One can. Oh, yeah. Woo! Two cans. Woo! Three cans. Oh, yeah. 3 can crushes. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Fears. Audience. Audience. Fears. What's up? Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody on this bright, this beautiful Wednesday. The sun is out. It's shining. It did rain a little bit today, but not too bad. The sun's out now. I must say, though, it's getting quite chilly out. It's getting quite chilly out. I left for work last night. Whoo! I'm bringing a jacket tonight, guys, tonight at work, because I left my house last night without a jacket. And I got to my car, and I was like, oh, I'll be fine. It was cold last night without a jacket. So tonight, I'm bringing a jacket. Once I got to the factory, I was fine. By the way, I know Fears is wearing a Christmas shirt, but it was a comfy shirt, and I thought, you know what, why not? Why not? Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good Wednesday. Nothing fancy to report. I will say this, though. Work was brutal last night. We had like 43,000 boxes. It was pretty nuts, guys. It was pretty insane, but we got through it. And I was on a truck last night, and I did not one truck, not 2 trucks, but 4 trucks. It's pretty nuts. I mean, 1 or 2 trucks, that's easy. 3, that's all right. 4 is kind of hard to do all by yourself. So, but I got through it. I'll tell you what, though. I was tired, though. I went right to sleepy. Sleepy time. Sleepies. As soon as I got home, I rested my little eyelids, and I was just like, peace, deuces, I'm out. So, yeah. And I'm still tired. Look at this. Anyway, coffee first. I got my MTV mug out. Oh, yeah. Yummy. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. Anyway, let's get that chat open, and let's say hello to everybody. All right, here we go. Coffee. All right, let's switch it from top chat to live chat. All right. The chat is open, my friends. Well, today I picked some topics, some very important topics I wanted to talk about. What are 10 things? What are 10 things that you and I cannot live without? So this is going to be kind of a challenge to pick just 10 things that I can't live without. But I know we can do it. So yeah. Then I want to talk about things that I, as a person, struggle with. We all struggle with things, whether it's family or friends or work or, whatever. There's all things in this life that we struggle with. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit. And as promised, I'm going to be reviewing Black Christmas. I watched it last night. Gotta say, pretty good stuff. Is it a perfect film? No, it's not a perfect film whatsoever. But still pretty good. Thank you for the like. We got 2 people liking. 2 people liking, 2 people watching. So feel free to chat. Push your comments in the chizat. Let's see, what else has been going on? We got some, like I said in yesterday's stream, lots of things coming up, guys. So much I can't even handle right now. There's Christmas coming up. There's Thanksgiving coming up. There's my birthday's coming up. We got the birthday bash stream. Then we've got the Halloween stream. Then I'm going to Disney for my birthday. Which, by the way, I got to buy the tickets next week. Next week, I'm buying the tickets. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And so if I struggle with getting movies up quicker, like videos, just bear with me because I'm trying to, I know you can't please everybody, but I do my best to please everybody. I'm a people pleaser, I try my best to get along with everybody. I try my best to, make everyone happy, put good content out. There's a lot going on right now, and so yeah. My grandma sent me a birthday card a few days ago, which you guys saw on the stream. I called my grandma up a couple days ago, and she was excited to hear from me because she hadn't heard from me in about a week. And I was like, Grandma, I'm really sorry I haven't, been able to call you in a week. I said, things have just been on my mind, and I said I've been working a lot and getting my apartment ready for, Thanksgiving and Halloween and stuff. And she's like, oh, I understand, because I usually call my grandma at least once a week, and you guys should call your grandma at least once a week, too. And I call my mom at least twice a week. So grandma once a week, but now that my grandma's getting older, I probably should call my grandma at least twice a week. So I've been starting to call my grandma twice a week. So I talked to my grandma. She's doing all right. And she did say thank you for all the prayers. Her face is back to 100%, so that's nice. And I did thank her for the early birthday card because my grandma, God bless her soul, she always gets my birthday cards like way in advance. And I told her, I said, Grandma, I said, I'm 40. You don't have to send me birthday cards anymore. But my grandma is such a sweet, loving lady. She still does. So yeah. Which I God bless her. She's great. I love my grandma. She's awesome. We got 5 people watching. Good to see everybody. Let's see, what else has been going on? Work's been good. It's just been picking up, Like 2 days ago, we only had like 35,000, right? That's not that bad. 35, that's a cakewalk. Last night, we had 43,000, and they had me all over the place. I had to train 2 people, so I did that. Then I was down in the pit, doing that. Then they said, hey, Fears, we need you on the line. And I was like, well, I'm down in the pit. And they said, oh, well, some guy got sick or he doesn't feel good. He's going home. And I was like, all right. So then I was working there. Then the guy decided to stay, so they put him back on the line. So then I went back down to the pit. And then I guess that guy, they had to send him somewhere else in the factory. So then I had to come back up and finish his truck. So I was all over the place last night, but eventually I stayed on the trucks, and I did not 1 truck, but 4 trucks by myself. Then finally, some more people came in that were late to work, and so they said, hey, Fears, we're going to take one of your trucks to make it easier on you. I said, oh, please, take them. So I went from 4 trucks to 3 trucks. So one other person did my other truck, and I was like, yeah, good, you take that, and I'll focus on these. And the world will spin around, So, things have been just all over the place. I gotta say, the last couple of weeks, guys, have been very stressful. Very stressful. It fears, I wish I had vacation money right now. Oh, God. What I wouldn't give to leave right now, call my boss, and just be like, yo, I'm taking like 2 weeks off, maybe even 3 weeks off, and I want to go on vacation. I would, oh Lord, I would. It's been stressful, online, offline, so much crazy drama online has been happening the last couple of weeks. I'm not going to go into it because you guys already know what I'm talking about. It's been kind of crazy, so hopefully things get back to normal soon. I really hope. Then outside of online stuff, we've been crazy busy at work. I'm just behind on videos. I've been trying to crank out the videos faster, and I've gotten faster, but I'm still not fast enough, Because I like to take my time and edit and make sure they're good, high quality, I kid you not, man. Fears needs a break, I swear, from everything. Everything. If you guys can tell, I've been stressed. Or maybe you haven't noticed, but I'm telling you, I'm stressed. Seriously, I am stressed. I wish I could just take like 2 weeks off and go, try bye, I'm out of here, and I'm off to fucking Hawaii and I would lay on the beach and drink all those, you know, those, what are they called? Whatever that alcoholic beverage is that they cut a pineapple open and pour the alcohol in the fucking pineapple with the little fucking palm tree, like umbrella shit in it. I would drink not just one of those. Fears would drink like fucking 10 of those in a row. Lay out on the beach, you know, find some Hawaiian girl and take her out for a nice seafood dinner and just fucking max and relax. Oh my god. Maybe check out some Jurassic Park movie locations because they did film it in Hawaii. But oh man. But Fears cannot do that right now because one, I don't have Hawaii money. I've got some money. I mean, I'm doing all right. I'm not poor by any means, but going to Hawaii, that's an expensive trip. So I don't have Hawaiian money right now. Probably I couldn't get the time off of work. So I need to find ways around here to relax. So I'm going to try and do something fun this weekend. I don't know what, but I got to come up with something or Fears is going to go insane. So I don't know if I'm going to be streaming this weekend. I may just take the weekend off and just do something fun. I'm going to church on Sunday, you know, obviously, as always, and that always relaxes me. I have the best church family alive. I do. But I got to do something on Friday afternoon or Saturday just to relax. I thought about going to see a movie on Friday. The last movie I went and saw was the Saw 10. And that movie was fucking phenomenal. If you guys haven't checked that out, that's some good shit, man. Check it out. Check it out. So, I just got to find more ways to relax. So, if you guys have any helpful hints, please put it in the chat. I would really appreciate it. So, put it in the chat if you guys have any helpful tips. Randall told me meditation. So, I've been trying that a little bit. So, I don't know exactly. Well, I mean, I kind of know how to do it, but he said just find yourself some, like, soothing music. And then he said just, you can sit on the couch, you can sit on the floor, and you just kind of close your eyes and you meditate. So, I've been doing a little bit of that. So, yeah. Not much, but a little. I mean, I just started kind of. Randall suggested it a few weeks ago, so I just kind of, I do it here and there from time to time. But if you guys have got any helpful hints on how to relax, let me know. Because Fears is stressed out, man. To the max. Oh, my Lord. Now, it was a good work day. Just as we were so fucking, oh, my God. It was fucking, boxes were everywhere. And then, like, my boss was, like, all casual. But, yeah, hey, Fears, guess what? We got 43,000. I'm like, 43,000? You know, and I didn't say this to him, but in my mind, I'm like, well, that's not something to say casual, you know? Casually saying it would be like if we had, like, 34,000. Like, that's an easy day, 34,000. I can do 34,000 boxes by myself in my fucking sleep, you know? But 43,000, that's pretty nuts. There's boxes everywhere. And you have to, like, stack them on top. Oh, man, it was nuts. It was a good day at work. It was just a crazy day at work. So, it wasn't bad by any means. It's just stressful because you got to keep up. You know, it's a fast-paced job. And I tell all the newbies that. I'm like, either you're going to handle it or you're not going to handle it. And I said, if you can't keep up with this pace, then maybe this job isn't for you. I mean, I say it nicer than that, but I just say, pace yourself. But I said, you got to go at your own rhythm. You know, I said, you got to find your rhythm, find your niche. And whatever works for you, do it. I said, whatever works, do that, you know? Because that's what they told me whenever I started working, you know, at that factory. They said everybody kind of loads trucks almost the same way. But I said, everyone's got their own way of doing it. Like me, I always, you have to put the sticker a certain way on the box, you know? You scan it. So, like, let's say this is the box, right? You grab the box off the belt, you scan it, then you look at the like kind of like the wristwatch attached to your wrist, and it says item 1 box, and it pops up. You click confirm to check it into the system, and as I walk into the thing, I rip off the sticker and put it on the correct side, and then I load it, you know? Some people load it and then rip off the sticker and put it in on the correct side. To me, that wastes energy. I'm like, as I'm walking, I rip off the sticker, put it on the right side, bam, put it in, move on to the next one. So I tell all the newbies, I'm like, find quick ways to do things. Someone sent me some, I don't know what they are. They're going too fast. On the right-hand side, someone's sending me like, they're not hearts, but I can't make out what they are. They're like little faces with like smiley faces, so whoever's giving me those, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I don't know who's doing it, but keep them up. Anyway. So I tell all the newbies, to find quick ways on how to do things. So yeah. Anyway. There's not much chat going on right now. It is the afternoon. A lot of people are at work. So whenever I do these afternoon streams, sometimes I get a lot of chatting, in the chat. Sometimes I don't get any. So feel free to chat. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. I appreciate the hearts. I appreciate the love. I love my loving and loyal fans. Comment when you can. Send hearts when you can. You guys do your thing. That's right. So I've just been kind of stressed out, guys. So I apologize. And I'm not stressed out over my loving and loyal fans. I'm just stressed out in general. All the drama bullshit, online. Hilarious. It's a constant thing. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. And then struggles in my personal life. And then I don't know if God wants me to be happy. I kid you not. 4 years of trying to find a Mrs. Fears. Me and God have had many questions. We've had many discussions about this. I'm like, I'm not a bad guy. Just one lady. Just one lady. I don't need 10 ladies. I need one lady. Now, I'm not saying I don't love God. I do. I'm a Christian. I love God. I love Jesus. I do believe in them. I have faith in them. I don't know if he's saving me for the right girl. I don't know. But sometimes I talk to him. I need to talk to him more, actually. But when I talk to him, I'm like, I think it's been long enough. I think I've waited long enough. And I tell him, hey, hello, you forgot about Fears, Like, don't forget about me. I need a Mrs. Fears in my life. I'm going stir crazy. Fears hasn't had sex in 4 years, And it's not just about the sex. I get lonely sometimes, That's why I talk to you guys a lot. It's therapy sometimes. I kid you not. I don't use you guys just for that. I mean, I love talking and hanging out with my loving and loyal fans, but I'm like, some female companionship would be nice, And then Randy always jokes. He's like, well, Fierce, you'll always have Yummy Dillion. I said, that's true, Randall. I will always have Yummy Dillion. But I said an actual woman in real life, that would be nice. I don't know. And I've had many chances to be happy. I do regret I dated this one girl in college, and I should have stayed with her. But there was just something off about her. And she kind of creeped me out. And I was just like, I got to get the fuck out of here, man. And I'm like, peace, I'm out. I do regret. I should have gave her another chance. I should have. But I was young, like we all were young, at one time. You do stupid things, So I don't think that girl will hold it against me, But, and then, well, it wasn't just my fault. Me and Casey, we're better off as friends. And we discovered that. Lots of arguing. We're different people. And then we both agreed, let's just be friends. And then once we became friends, it was a whole lot better. Because she's got a certain way of doing things. She's stubborn. I'm stubborn. I'm not as stubborn as her. Oh my Lord, am I not. But I'm glad that we're friends. I really am. But she told me. She's like, oh, John, you're stubborn too. I'm like, oh, I know. I'm like, I know I am. I'm like, oh, trust me. I'm like, I'm not stubborn on everything. I'm stubborn on certain things. I've gotten better at it over the years. But I'm like, well, you're stubborn too, And she's like, oh, she goes, I know I am, John. And so I was like, all right, well, I'm glad you admitted it. You know, so we're just better off as friends. But I'll be honest, I wish it could have worked out. You know, I really do, because she is a very nice person. She's not a bad person, not at all, not at all. Glad to be her friend. She's a wonderful person, and I'm happy for her. I really am. So there's been a few times where Fears could have been happy. I don't know. I don't know when Mrs. Fears will pop her little head up. I hope soon. I hope it's not when I'm fucking 90. Hey, Fears, I'm finally here. Well, it sure took you long enough, you know. I don't know, guys. Well, at least you guys haven't gave up on me, you know. Some have, but some haven't, you know. But I'm glad you guys still have faith in me. There's just been a lot. There's been a lot. Oh, man. Things have been crazy, guys. I'm sure it'll all work out for the best, though. You know, I think it will. Usually things tend to work out, you know. And Fears, listen, Fears is not perfect by any means. I try to be the best version of John Fears I possibly can be. I try to be a perfect Fears. Not only for you guys, but for myself, for my own life. No one's perfect, though, by any means, you know. No one's perfect. Sorry, I'm a little tired. Hopefully the coffee kicks in here soon. No one is perfect by any means. So, anyway. I know that wasn't a topic, but I wanted to tell you guys what was on my mind. Because I'm pretty open and honest with you guys. You know, I mean, I don't tell you guys everything, but I tell you guys almost everything. But yeah, that had been on my mind. I was just doing a lot of thinking last night while I was working. I didn't tell anybody what was going on. I was just kind of like thinking. I was like, man, the last couple of weeks have been really hard on the old Fears, man. I'm like, well, how do I fix this? What do I do? You know, like, is there a way to fix it? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, should I just keep my mouth shut? Should I just act like nothing's going on? Should I act like, oh yeah, there's nothing wrong. Nothing's bothering me. So, and Sean, my friend Sean at work could tell I was deep in thought because I'm working. He walks up. He's like, hey, Fears, what's going on? I was like, oh, nothing, man. I'm just tired, which I didn't lie to him. I was tired. And he goes, well, you sure you're all right? And, you know, I don't like to bring my problems to work. So I just did the natural answer. Oh, yeah, I'm fine. What do you mean? And he was like, I don't know. He goes, you just look like you're deep in thought, Fears. I said, yeah. I said, I'll be honest, Sean. I said, I'm not going to lie to you. I said, there's a couple things on my mind. I said, I've just been kind of, thinking about things. And I said, I don't really want to talk about them at work. I said, I don't like to bring my problems to work. I said, plus, I'm not going to throw my problems on your shoulders, buddy. I said, I wouldn't be a good friend if I do that. He's like, being a good friend, Fears. He goes, if you want to talk, man, just let me know. I said, we're really busy right now. I said, I don't know if we can talk, but I said, I gave him the 10-second version. I said, there's just like 9 or 10 things that are on my mind. I said, and they just kind of been bugging me. And I said, I've been trying to figure out how to fix the problems. I said, if they can be fixed, And he was like, and he pretty much said the exact same thing I just told you guys, He said, oh, well, Fears, he goes, don't sweat the small stuff. He goes, I'm sure, the universe has a way of like working things out. And I said, oh, very true. I said, Sean, I definitely agree with you on that. And he was like, he goes, yeah, everything will be all right, Fears. He goes, I just wanted to come by and make sure you were all right. And I said, yeah, I'm doing okay. We all get like this sometimes, But I appreciate all my loving and loyal fans. I appreciate all your guys' support. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Like I said, it's been a pretty decent day. I slept for a little while, and I got up. I didn't go to the P.O. box today. I went to the normal post office because I just sent out all of my my Halloween cards. So I sent out all my Halloween cards to all my friends and my family. So they should get them here in a few days. So and then I had to get gas in my car because I was almost on E, and I was like, oh shit, I better go get some gas. So yeah, and then I came home. I skipped lunch. I really wasn't that hungry. So yeah, I wasn't hungry, and I just had some breakfast. So, and I was naughty. I went to McDonald's for breakfast. I shouldn't have. I'm like, Fears, you burn off the calories at work and then you put them right back on. So I've been trying to eat less junk food and fast food, you know, because that's the only way to get the belly off. I mean, I don't mind indulging every once in a blue moon, but I'm like, Fears, stop going to McDonald's, you know. So, but it was just a quick breakfast because I was like, well, I got tons of shit to do today, you know. So, plus I was dead tired. I was like, I gotta get back to fucking home, get some sleep. I said, or I'll be fucking useless at work tonight because I need to shut the little eyelids and go to sleep. Anyway, time for a can crush. I did 3 can crushes at the beginning of this stream, but there's always room for one more. Oh, yeah. There it is. There it is. Anyway, let's see. Oh, by the way, my birthday is coming up, but not just my birthday. I want to hear from the fans. I always put my my fan mail address in the description, guys. So if you guys ever want to send me fan mail, it's in the description of each live stream and each video. And then every once in a while, I show it right now like I'm going to show it. Send fan mail to this address. It's in the description. I want to hear from you guys. Send those fan letters. Send those fan letters. You know, pretty much send, I mean, within reason, you know, I always say, be respectful with your fan mail. No troll mail. But I want to hear from you guys. Send the fan mail. So the address to my fan mail is in every single video description and every single live stream description. I made a video and I showed the P.O. box address on my TikTok. I'm probably going to make another one of those because you got to keep, not every day, but you want to keep reminding people because sometimes people forget, you know, like, oh, what the fuck was the address? You know, so then every couple of weeks, you got to just say, hey, send fan mail. So I did get a message, though, from the P.O. box lady. I mean, the post office lady that runs my P.O. box. And she said, hey, I guess she forgot to tell me. She goes, you bought a little P.O. box. And I said, yeah, that's right. And then she said, well, she goes, because I didn't, you know, there's 3 different P.O. boxes. I could get the big one. The big one was about as big as this napkin, like the door, you open it up like that. And I said, well, I don't need a big P.O. box. And she goes, absolutely you don't. She goes, if one of your fans send you a package, she goes, and it won't fit in the P.O. box, she goes, I put a little piece of paper that says, P.O. box has package, you know. So you grab that piece of paper out of the P.O. box. You give the piece of paper to the mail lady. She goes in the back and grabs it. So apparently she called me today and said, hey, I know you check your fan mail on certain days. I said, that's right. I said, I check it every Monday, every Friday, and every Saturday. So 3 times a week I check it. She goes, well, I just want to let you know you've got a package. And I said, is it a big one? Is it a little one? I said, does it fit inside the P.O. box? And she went, oh, no. She goes, it's pretty big. I went, oh, okay. So apparently somebody's already sent me something besides Triple. So Triple was the first one to send me something in the P.O. box, which I appreciate, Triple. You're the man, dude. And I should have asked her who sent it, but I forgot to ask. It should be on the address, but sometimes people, I didn't know this. She said, well, because you have a P.O. box, sometimes people can send it, they don't want their name revealed. So I said, okay. So, you know, sometimes, like, it's just the address. Or, like, my address, the P.O. box address, and someone doesn't put their name on it. And I looked at her, and I'm on the phone with her. I didn't look at her. I'm on the phone because she called me today. And I said, I didn't know you could do that. She goes, oh, yeah. She goes, people can, she goes, if you have a P.O. box, she goes, people don't have to put their name. She goes, they just mail it anonymously. And I said, oh, okay, to you. And I went, she goes, especially that's good for your fans if they don't want, like, their address revealed. And I looked at, well, I keep saying I look at her. I didn't look at her. I'm on the phone with her. I said, oh, well, I said, I'm not like these idiot trolls. I said, I don't give out people's personal information, you know. I actually have a soul, you know. They don't care. You know, they'll throw Fears' address all over the fucking place. Numbers, they don't give a shit because they're fucking idiots. I actually care about you guys. I would never give out anyone's number or your guys' address, nothing like that. So you guys have nothing to fear. So I'm on the phone with her, and I told her that. And I said, I appreciate you letting me know. So apparently I've got a package. So I'm going to pick it up this Friday. But I also check it Saturday too, because she said, we only get certain amount of like deliveries and stuff. And I said, I always check it Monday, I always check it Friday, and I always check it Saturday. So 3 times. But I want to hear from you guys. But I'm excited because I got package number 2 from somebody. So we will open that up on Friday's stream or Saturday's stream. I'm trying to get Sega to come on. He said he couldn't do it Friday, so hopefully Sega can come on Saturday afternoon or Saturday night. I know he streams on Sunday, so most likely he won't be able to come on Sunday stream, because I'm probably going to stream after church sometime. Anyway, all right. Well, I hope you guys don't mind. All that kind of stuff was on my mind, and I had to do some updates. Let's get to the first topic, shall we? Things I struggle with. We all struggle with certain things. You guys have already heard some things, you know. Is Fears perfect? No. I'm not perfect. I struggle with things. You guys struggle with things, you know. So let me know in the chat, what are some things you guys struggle with? Let me know. I'm excited to hear about it. The big things Fears struggle with, if somebody fucks me over, I'm done. And sometimes I have a hard time letting it go, you know. Probably because I got bullied a lot, you know. I think we all did back in the day, you know, like when you're a wee little lad or a wee little girl, you know. I have some female fans out there. If somebody fucks me over, and it hurts, it always hurts when someone fucks you over, I have a hard time letting it go. I should just let it go. Be like, all right, the guy or the girl or whoever fucked me over. All right. Forget about them. You know, obviously they weren't a good person because they fucked you over. Forget about them, move on. I have a hard time doing that. That's number one. And I've struggled with that almost all my life. Almost all my life. Because if you put your faith into someone, you know, and they betray your trust, it hurts. It really hurts. So I have a big time, like, just saying, all right, well, that's unfortunate. Time to move on, you know? So I've been working on it. Another thing I struggle with is I talk a lot. I wish I didn't talk a lot, but I have so much energy because of my ADD and my hyperactive disorder that I always tell you guys I turn a negative into a positive and I use my energy for good. Or I try to do. But sometimes I've noticed that I annoy people. And I don't mean to, because I talk a lot. And it's a thing I've been struggling with ever since I was a little kid. You know? Sometimes people don't mind. They're like, wow, Fears is really good at conversating with people. Like, and so I've heard the good and the bad. Like, the good is, like, wow, Fears can keep a conversation going. He always talks about interesting things. He's really knowledgeable about things. He's a really smart guy, you know? But then on the other side of the coin, they're like, God, Fears never shuts the fuck up, you know? You know, I've heard that, and then I've heard when he tells a story, like, he just goes on and on and on instead of telling like a quick story, which I never got. When you tell a story, people want to hear the details, you know? That's how you tell a story. Someone doesn't want to hear a story, yeah, I went to the mall, this happened, the end, you know? And then, because most people are like, well, that's not a really interesting story. People like pizzazz, you know, in a story. I'm not lying. Sometimes I exaggerate the story, but 11 times out of 12, when I'm telling you guys a story, it's 100% truth. I may make it a little bit outlandish, but it's pretty much the truth, you know? So I never got that when people said that, but I do struggle with talking a lot. But again, me and Randall have had this discussion, and I said, well, Randall, I said, sometimes it helps to talk a lot because I'm an online personality, and I said, you have to talk to your fans. And so Randall's like, yeah, Fears in that aspect, it's good. He goes, but other times, like when we're out and about, Randall's even said it. Like we're at a restaurant, Another thing that I struggle with is sometimes my voice is way too loud. I don't think it's loud, but a few times Randall has been like, hey, Fears, like we're at a restaurant, you don't have to shout. And then I'm like, oh, I didn't even know I was shouting. But I appreciate that Randall said something because I'm like, well, obviously I don't want to shout, So I have struggled with that. So those things I struggle with. Another thing that I struggle with is, and it's hard to talk about it, but because I love my loving and loyal fans, I was like, you know what? I'm like, that would make a good topic. Because I'm like, I know my fans, they struggle with shit too. I'm like, they could relate to this, they can relate to it. Because just like me, you guys have a life, and I guaranteed 100% in your lives, you have stressful situations, you struggle with shit, just like Fears does, So those 3 or 4 things I struggle with. I also struggle with my obsession for movies. I struggle with it because on one end, I love movies, right? On the other end, I just keep buying movies because as you see, Fears has got a massive rack of movies over there. And I'll watch like 10 or 20 and then I'm like, oh, right, yeah, I'm getting down to the barrel. Then all of a sudden I'll buy like 20 or 30 more movies and it adds to the fucking, pack over there when I could have saved that money. So I struggle with when is enough is enough, but I love being the DVD master. I love being the ultimate nerd collector of the fucking, community. But again, I'm like, I could have saved that money for other shit. Now I don't, I take care of my responsibilities before I, spend. The bills are always paid first. But I'm just like, Fears, you don't have to do a haul every single week. So I struggle with that. I'm like, the fans love the hauls, So I struggle with that back and forth. I'm like, they look forward to them. I look forward to doing them. But other times I'm like, no, Fears, I got to put my foot down. I can't do a haul, So I struggle with that. I struggle with being alone. That's a tough one. I'm sure a lot of people out there can relate to that one. I'm like, nobody wants to die alone, And obviously, whenever you get that old, like my dad, whenever my dad passed away, God bless his soul, he had tons of family members around him. I was there, obviously. My brother, my mom, my brother's wife, my dad's sister was there, my dad's sister's husband, which is my uncle. Who else was there? Some of my dad's friends were there, because my dad worked with a lot of people, and I didn't meet all of his co-workers, but the people that I did meet were very nice people, so people would be coming and going visiting my dad, and towards the end, unfortunately, my dad didn't respond a lot towards the end, because it got that bad. And to watch someone die of cancer, that's probably one of the toughest things I've ever struggled with, And I wish it didn't happen to my dad. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, man. It was like, oh, well, I'm glad my dad didn't die alone. Because my dad had my mom, And my dad and me had a massive conversation, before he left, and I'm not going to tell you guys everything that we talked about because it was very personal, but some things we talked about that really struck a chord with me. He was like, have a good life. He said, have a good life. He goes, do the best you can. He goes, and I know you will. He goes, I know you won't let me down. And I said, oh, absolutely not, Dad. And he said, find a woman, have kids, enjoy life. And the big one is I remember he grabbed my arm and he said, do not give up on your fucking videos. Well, he didn't say fuck, but he goes, keep filming, keep editing. He goes, do not stop your YouTube channel. He goes, because I know that means a lot to you. So he said, do not give up. And I said, I don't have any intention to. He goes, and then he said, and I even told him, I said, well, Dad, I said, I may buy new cameras, but I said, the camera that you got me, I said, that's the last gift that you're going to give me. So I said, I'm going to keep that forever, And he was like, I can't remember exactly what he said because the emotions were, getting kind of high, And he was like, oh, I think he said like, oh, good, like, I'm glad. I said, yeah. I said, I'm not going to get rid of that. I said, I'll probably buy, I said, further on down the road, I'll probably buy a new GoPro. But I said, I'm always going to keep yours, you know. I still have the one that my brother got me. My brother bought me a used GoPro for Christmas, not a couple years ago, actually 5 or 6 years ago. And that was the first GoPro I ever used. He bought it used online for like, it was around $250. And I looked at my brother and I said, how the fuck did you get this so cheap? I said, usually these things are like $700, $800, $900. And my brother's like, oh, well, it's used. Like someone's used it. It's not brand new. I said, oh, that's fine. I said, does it work? And my brother's like, oh, yeah, it works. And I said, well, how much did you get it for? He goes, oh, I bought it off of eBay used for like $250. And I looked at my brother. I was like, oh, dude, that's fucking awesome. I'm like, that's such a good deal. And my brother's like, yeah, I know. That's why I got it. And he goes, I knew you'd love it. And I said, oh, I do love it. And I said, thanks, man. I still have that one. It's the GoPro Hero 4. So that's the very first GoPro I ever used. Because before that, I was using my phone to film a lot of shit. I was using my Kodak camera, which I still have. That's the only camera that I have that I bought. I bought that one years ago. That's the only camera that's waterproof. So whenever I'm in water, I always bust out that old Kodak camera. Because it still works. There's nothing wrong with it, you know. I need to buy a new waterproof camera, though. So, yeah. Hey, Richie, what's up? Richie said, have you ever watched any movies on YouTube? I have. When a friend referred to me to watch Night of the Comet, I watched Night of the Comet for the first time on YouTube. And when a friend said, hey, Fears, if you like Night of the Comet, you should watch Chopping Mall. He referred me that one, and I watched Chopping Mall for the first time on YouTube. And then I liked them so much, obviously, I got them on Blu-ray. So yeah. But yeah, from time to time, Richie, I watch a lot of movies on YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTubers. I will say that, Richie. I don't want to lie to you. I do watch movies on YouTube, but I watch more of my favorite YouTubers on YouTube, if that makes sense. But yeah, every once in a while, I'll watch a movie on YouTube. I'm doing all right, Richie. I'm doing okay. I was just telling everybody a couple of things have been on my mind. But good to see you. But yeah, things have been a little bit stressful, Richie, the last couple of... Not the last month, but the last 2 or 3 weeks have been a little tough, you know. But I've just been trying to handle it the best way I can, buddy. You know, so... Anyway, that's why one of the topics I thought tonight, I'm like, well, since I am... just struggling with a couple of things. I'm like, oh, well, that would make a good topic to talk about, you know. So yeah, Richie, what are some things that you struggle with, buddy? Put them in the chat. Feel free, anyone, put your struggles in the chat. What do you guys struggle with? You know, let me know. Let's see, what else? So yeah, so I always have this in the back. I'm like, I don't want to die alone, man. You know. I'm telling you, trying to find a lady these days, it's so hard. You know, I've been on so many dating sites, and Randy keeps saying, well, Fears, why don't you do that fucking idea that you said about the speed dating? I'm just so nervous to do it. I'm being honest. I am so rusty. Because I'm like, well, what if I get there and no one likes Fears, you know? Then I'm like, what if I actually do get a date? And then it turns from speed dating to like a normal date in real life. I haven't been on a date in 4 years. I'm going to be so rusty. I'm nervous now, you know, because I haven't had a date in so long. But I know all that rust will go away once I get on the date, you know, because all that shit comes back in your mind, like, you know, whenever you go on a date, you know, like, be nice, open the door for, and I'm an old-fashioned guy, and I'm a romantic at heart. Whenever I date a girl, I try to treat her with dignity and well, I don't try, I do. I treat her with dignity and respect. I'm an old-fashioned guy. I open doors for girls. You know, I get flowers for girls, that kind of stuff. And girls appreciate that stuff. They may not always say they do, but back in their mind, they always appreciate it. Always, you know. So, and we guys appreciate that stuff. Girls do it differently. Like, girls buy, like, some things for guys, but they do it a little different. But we as men, I do. I appreciate that stuff. I like the big things, but I appreciate the little things more. And girls are pretty much the same way. They appreciate the little things more than the big extravagant shit, you know? Most girls do. Now, if they're gold diggers, then obviously they're going to, like, try to get you for everything, you know, that you own and shit. So, don't go out with a gold digger, you know? So, yeah. But I'm hanging in there, Richie. Anyway, let's move on to another topic. So, those are just some things that Fears struggles with. There's more, but that was like 3 or 4 of the major things, you know? But we keep on trucking, we keep on plugging, we keep working hard, and hopefully it'll lead to something good, you know? So, yeah. All right. What are 10 things that you guys cannot live without? What are 10 things that Fears Man cannot live without? Well, number 1, Fears cannot live without going to church. So that's number 1. Number 2, I can't live without my friends. Number 3, I can't live without my family. Number 4, I can't live without movies. I love me some movies. Number 5, I can't live without a job. I like to work. I like to stay busy. I like to stay productive. I like to be a contributor to society of something. So that's number 5. Number 6, I can't live without YouTube, man, because YouTube's a big part of my life, you know? Number 7, can't live without the conventions, man. The nerdy conventions. I love the conventions. Let's see. Number 8, let's see. Let's see, family, friends, YouTube, conventions. Let's see, number 8 would be probably, well, I love photography, so I could not live without photography. Number 9, I can't live without editing, because I love to edit film. I love to edit photos, too. I like to edit video more than photos, but I can't live without photography or film. And number 10, probably, I probably couldn't live without art. Art in general. I'm an artist, but I appreciate art in all forms. I don't care if you're a sculptor, a builder, a painter, a writer, a director, whatever. Fears loves to have a creative outlet. I love to see other artists do their creative outlets. So I couldn't live without art. If the president magically said, all right, screw all you guys, no more art, I'd be like, oh, fuck you. You're not taking art away from me and all these other people, you know? Yeah, you can kiss my ass. I'm like, no. So, I love to have art in my life, and I appreciate other people's art, you know? Maybe one of these days I'll go to an art museum, you know, for a vlog. I have toyed with that, because I know there's a few in Orlando. There's none in Clermont, but I know in Orlando and Kissimmee, which are 2 towns close to where Fears lives. I know there's at least 2 or 3 in Orlando, and then in Kissimmee, I think there's 1 or 2. Now, some of these you have to pay for, but other ones are free. Like, someone was like, Fears, a free vlog. You know, something free. Like, I know you love to do adventure vlogs. I said, I do. I said, I love those adventure vlogs where I go to a tourist attraction, or I just get out of the house and do something. Those are some of my favorite vlogs. Very rarely does Fears vlog in the house, because I'm like, well, what would I say? What I do? I talk to you guys almost every day. And I'm like, there's not much to my apartment. Hey, I'm vlogging, you know, in the movie room. Hey, I'm vlogging in my kitchen. Yeah, there's not much to my apartment, you know. I eat, I sleep, I watch movies, I edit, get up, do the same bullshit every single day. So that's why I take the vlogs outside my apartment, because my apartment's not really that exciting. I try to make it as homey as possible, but you guys probably wouldn't be that entertained if I just vlogged in my fucking house. So I like to get out and do the adventure vlogs. So yeah. So I have not went to a art museum since I've been living here. So God, the sun is bright today. So, maybe I'll go to an art museum. We'll see. So those are 10 things that fears cannot live without. Obviously, the biggies are friends, family, my job, YouTube. That's why they were at the very beginning. But art's a big one. That's why I put art at the very bottom. I mean, at the very back. Because I'm serious. If someone just snapped their fingers and took art away, I'd be like, oh, screw you. And it would be a big screw you from Fears and other artists, because you got to have those creative juices flowing, man. You got to have that creative outlet. You know what I'm saying? Because that's another way that Fears that's another way that Fears relaxes. You know, I like to relax by making content or writing. If I get stressed out, I'll pull out the old novel and maybe write another chapter or write a few sentences to a chapter. Stuff like that. But anyway, yeah. Richie, I hope you're having a good day, buddy. Richie, how's the channel been? You know, let's see. Let's check Richie's channel. What are some of the new challenges that Richie's been up to? Let's see here. Richie, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit behind on your videos, buddy. Let's see. What has Richie been doing the last couple? Eating a slice of pizza in the shower. Well, that's a classic. Richie's always eating food challenges in the shower. I don't know why. That's Richie's thing. Let's see. Out at the river. Richie, you spend a lot of time at that river, buddy. You do. I mean, it is a nice river, though. I've seen the river in your videos. It does look like a pretty cool river. I'm sure the water's cold, buddy. I'm sure it's not warm. I'm sure it's ice freezing in that river. Let's see. Oh, Richie's been eating some Burger King. Oh, I knew you couldn't resist, Richie. That fucking lounge, man. That fucking BK lounge finally got to you, Richie. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Burger King Ghost Pepper Whopper. I haven't tried that one yet. Ghost Pepper Whopper. I'll have to try that one. Is it good, Richie? Let me know. Let's see. Back at the river, Labor Day parade. Oh, that's cool. You went to a Labor Day parade a month ago. Right on. Let's see. Wendy's has a cereal now? Oh, my God. Wendy's Frosty. Wait, they took the Frosty from Wendy's and made it into a breakfast cereal? Oh, my God. No offense, Richie. That doesn't seem appetizing. Like, I used to eat Frosties back in the day when I could, but now I can't. Let's see. Willy Wonka's Fruit Loops. Oh, my Lord. Okay. Man, you have been busy. Well, Richie, whenever I get a chance, I'll check out some of those movies, buddy. A fucking Frosty, though, as cereal. I don't know. No offense, Richie. I don't know if I could eat I don't know if I could eat a Frosty as a breakfast cereal. Because Frosties, you know, that's like an ice cream. I don't know. I'm not giving a spoiler for the BK Lounge. A Ghost Pepper Whopper. You have to watch the vlog to find out. I'll definitely watch it because I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued, Richie, and I'll have to try it myself because I didn't know they had a new Whopper. Fears has had a lot on the BK menu. Like last year, I tried one of their new chicken sandwiches, and that was pretty good. Whoppers obviously are my favorite, but I did like their chicken sandwich. I don't remember which one it was, but I've had almost the entire menu, but so far I haven't had the entire menu, but I've almost had the entire menu because it is my favorite fast food. McDonald's will be a close second, but if Fears ever got like 1 million subscribers, the first 2 sponsors that I would love to sponsor in my movies, coffee companies. I wouldn't care what coffee companies, any coffee companies. I'd be like, so, yo, I've got 1 million subscribers. Hey, coffee companies, send me free coffee. Let me fucking sponsor you. I don't care because Fears loves coffee. Doesn't matter which ones. Just fucking coffee. And then the other one would be fucking Burger King. Fucking give me a call. Give me a call because I'll sponsor the shot out of it, you know? Let's see. Fears, how can you say Whoppers are your favorite when double Whoppers exist? Well, it's still a Whopper triple. I have double Whoppers. I've had them before. And I've had normal Whoppers. So Whoppers in general are my fave, you know. Let's see. It's Burger King's special that they're doing for Halloween, and then after Halloween, they won't sell anymore. Well, while Halloween is going on, the Halloween season, Richie, I have got to try it. Because I didn't even know it was there, because I haven't been to Burger King in about a week. So, maybe I'll give it a go. So there it is. There it is, buddy. I'll have to give it a try. I really will. Because when in doubt, Fears will try a Whopper. A triple. I've had their triple Whopper. I mean, that's a lot of food, triple, but I've had it. It's like 3 massive patties, and I'm like, well, Fears, you don't need 3 triple fucking patties, you know. You only need 1, you know. That's a lot of food, but I have had it, triple. I've had it. But Whoppers in general are my favorite. All right. And last but certainly not least, let's get to the review. Good movie. Solid 9 out of 10. It's not a perfect film. That's why I didn't give it a 10 out of 10. But there are some flaws in it and shit. But for the most part, Fears was on pins and needles last night. I was like, ooh, I wonder when the first kill is going to happen. You know, are we going to see the killer? You know, is he going to be fucking revealed at the end? What's going to happen? It was pure 70s. I mean, they were doing all sorts of 70s shit in there that you couldn't get away with in today's movies, you know. So a lot of shit was going on in this film, you know. It wasn't as complex as, like, Sleepaway Camp, but there was some crazy shit going on in this film. A lot of swearing, tons of swearing. One lady was drinking all the way through it. And I'll give you a 10-second version of the film. Basically, it doesn't take place on Christmas. It leads up to Christmas Day. And it's like all the events happen from like the 22nd of Christmas to Christmas Day on the 25th. And it's about these girls that go to college, and they're at this fraternity house, and you never see the killer. You see aspects of the killer. This killer has got something against this fraternity. You see the killer, you see his hands come out of nowhere. You see the killer creep up to the house. You see the killer's hand. You see the point of view of the killer. The killer crawls up the side of the house, opens up the attic window, and the killer pretty much lives in the attic. Why? I don't know. He's just chilling up there. And one by one, he sneaks down out of the attic, kills a girl. Sometimes he pulls the body up to the attic with him, or sometimes he just leaves them in their bedroom after he kills them. But apparently he's got something against this. And you never see... The killer's never revealed. You see aspects of the killer. You see his hands. You see his feet. You do see his face, but only one side of his face. They reveal his eye and his nose. And then this side of his face is all blacked out. So you never truly find out who the killer is. And you think, at the end of the film, there's like one girl left. And it's the typical, you know, college girl that always survives, you know, the dumb blonde in every single fucking horror film, crawling to fucking safety when she should be running. She's all bruised up. Oh God, please help me! And I'm like, get off of your knees, bitch, and fucking run. But of course they're struggling to safety. Oh God, please help me! Oh God, don't kill me! Well then get up and fucking run away. Just run away. But they don't ever run away, you know. And this girl that survives, the police tell her, put down the phone, the killer is in the house, do not go up the stairs, get out of the house, we'll be there in 2 minutes. And we'll search the house for the killer. The dumb bitch doesn't even hang up the phone. She just drops the phone, she grabs, whenever you make a fire, you know, you poke it, the poker. She grabs the poker from the fire, goes up the stairs, and I'm like, you are so dumb. The cop just said, leave the house. Why are you going up there? Apparently she was like, I'm fucking taking this killer down, man. I'm like, you stupid bitch. You know? The cop just said, leave. What does she do? She grabs the fucking poker, goes up the stairs, she confronts the killer, and there's all that fucking noise. So, it was hilarious. Classic 70s. And I found out, I did some research on this. They made this film before the classic John Carpenter Halloween. They made this in 1974. So ages before, because John Carpenter made Halloween, which is my favorite horror film, by the way. Oh, yeah. Fucking Michael Myers it up, baby. And they made Halloween in 1978, and they made this in 1974. It is a good film, though. Probably my favorite kill is the first kill, which is this one. This girl is in her bedroom. She's packing up because she's not going to stay at the college sorority house. Not a frat house, I'm sorry. A sorority house. So she's packing her things and she's going to go meet her dad. And the killer is inside the closet. And he basically takes the dry cleaning plastic bag that goes over, over your clothes whenever you do dry cleaning. And he takes the dry cleaning bag and throws it around her head like this and basically suffocates her. And then he grabs her dead, lifeless body up into the attic, and I don't know why, but he leaves the dry cleaning bag over her head, puts her in a rocking chair, and then he's talking to himself, and he rocks the girl back and forth in the rocking chair. And from the outside of the house, you can see her in the windowsill, or by the window, rocking back and forth. And in my mind, I'm like, well, if you can see a dead body with a fucking dry cleaning bag over their head, wouldn't logic dictate, oh, there's a girl with a dry cleaning bag over her head. I can see her through the window. I probably should call the cops. But again, people are stupid in horror films, and they do not call the cops until the last fucking waking moment, But again, you can totally see it from the window. And they even show that in the film. You see her rocking back and forth in the windowsill. And they do a shot outside, and it's all snowy. So there's snow on the ground. And it leads up. It's still a good movie. I'm just saying, there is some flaws in it. Because, not every movie. There's only a couple of movies that Fears has said, hey, it's absolutely perfect, 10 out of 10. And you guys know this. It takes a lot for Fears to give it a 10 out of 10, I'll give you an example. My favorite comedy, Ghostbusters. That is a perfectly flawless film. Every shot is shot perfect. There's not one scene I would change out of it. It's fucking perfect. Masterpiece. There's not one shot in Halloween would I change. That's a perfect 10 out of 10. Escape from New York. That's a perfect 10 out of 10. Now, the sequel, Escape from LA, there's some things that I would definitely change. That's a 9 out of 10. So, there's definitely a few things out of Black Christmas that I would change. But overall, it's a good movie. I highly recommend it. I'm going to give it a big thumbs up. But yeah, this is probably the best kill out of the whole movie. The other kills, they're pretty good. But this one was my favorite, though. Definitely my favorite. Tonight, I'm going to watch the bonus features. I haven't had a chance to watch the bonus features. Tonight's homework assignment, though, is Fears is going to be watching Bada Bing, Bada Boom, April Fool's Day tonight. And I'm going to be watching the bonus features, because there's less bonus features on this. And another thing I found out about this, I don't know if you guys know who John Saxon is. He did a couple of episodes in The $6 Million Man. I think The $6 Million Man, was his first gig. John Saxon plays the police officer dad in the first Nightmare on Elm Street. He's in the 7th one of Nightmare on Elm Street. Wes Craven's New Nightmare. And he plays a cop in this. And he's like one of the first cops to respond and helps out the sorority girls because the sorority girls are like, we keep getting these obscene phone calls and it's this guy, he's like talking to himself over the phone and he's like breathing really deeply and then he like starts mumbling shit and they put a tap on the phone and he's like, don't worry, we'll get down to the bottom of this. I had no idea that John Saxon was in this film. He's a good actor. He's done a lot of horror, he's done a lot of action, he's done some comedies. He's done a little bit of everything, you know. So yeah. But I'm looking forward to this because there's a lot of cameos in this. I don't remember the actor, but I haven't seen him act in anything in quite a while. I think his time was more spent in the 80s and 90s. The guy that plays the boyfriend in the first Leprechaun, like the kind of like the big buff guy, his name is Kyle something. You know what? Let me look up his name. He's in April Fool's Day. Tom Wilson, the guy that plays Biff, he's in it. Amy Steele, that plays the dumb blonde bitch that survives in Friday the 13th Part 2, she's fucking in it. So there's a lot of cameos in April Fool's Day. So let's look up that actor, though, that I can't picture his name. That Kyle guy, he's in Summer School. He plays the guy that's always falling asleep in class because at night he works at a strip club as the bouncer, I think, or something. So he has to sleep during the day because he works all fucking night. Let's see. Cast of Leprechaun. Let's see. Cast of Leprechaun. I know what his face looks like. I just can't. I can't picture his fucking. I can't picture his name. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, where is he? Oh, where the hell is he? Hang on, give me a second. If you guys know who I'm talking about, let me know. I can picture his face because he did a couple of episodes in Highway to Heaven, too. Where the hell is he? Oh, God, what the hell is his name? It's Kyle something. I can't believe I'm having trouble. Let's see. Cast of Summer School. I know he's in that. For some reason, they don't show his name in the cast of Leprechaun. Summer School. Cast of Summer School. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Where is he? What the fuck is his name? Hang on. It starts with a K. I'm sorry, his name is not Kyle. It's Ken. Ken Orlant. I think it's how you pronounce his last name. Ken Orlant. I thought his name was Kyle. Excuse me. It's not Kyle. He was in, let's see. Let's see what things he... Let's see. Ken Orlant movies and TV shows. Let's see what he's been in. Oh, man, he's been in a lot. He's been in April Fool's Day, Leprechaun, Summer School, Power Play, Trap. He's been in a lot. More than I thought, actually. But he's famous for being in Leprechaun and Summer School. I mean, I think Leprechaun was like his first film. Pretty sure that was his first film. Let's go to his Wikipedia page. Let's see. Let's go to his Wikipedia page, and we'll see. He's done a lot of television. A lot of television. Actually, he's done more television than movies. Let's see. 1983 was his very first job, and it was on a TV show called Butterfly. Then he did a TV movie called Summer. Then he was in Highway to Heaven. Then he was in The Imposter, Hotel, The Fall Guy. Then he was in V. which I had no idea. So he was in that television series V. Had no idea he did an episode of that. He did an episode of The Love Boat. Then he did an episode of A-Team. He was in Airwolf. And I forgot that he was in Airwolf. He was in April Fool's Day. So I guess his first film, one of his first films was not Leprechaun. I think one of his first films was, according to Wikipedia, I think his first film was April Fool's Day. Let's see. Simon and Simon. He did Summer School, Gunsmoke, Hotel 2, Super Carrier, 12 Days. Oh, he did an episode of 21 Jump Street, an episode of Murder, She Wrote. All right, so he's had a pretty big film career. Let's see here. He did Leprechaun in 1990. He did an episode. I knew he did an episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation. Let's see. The most recent thing he's done was in 2015, so he hasn't worked for quite a while. And he was in a TV show called Battle Creek. Battle Creek, and he played a firefighter in Battle Creek. Oh, someone's calling me. Oh, Randy's calling me. Randall. Randall.
What's up, playa?
Nothing much, man. I'm just doing a live stream. Say hi to the fans.
Hello, Fanny fans. What's up?
Randall, did you just call the fans Fanny fans?
Fanny fans, yes.
Apparently they've got fannies.
Yeah.
Randall, have you ever seen the horror movie Black Christmas?
Fanny in Britain means something different.
I know it means something. Ha 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 ha, Randall. I know that Fanny in England means something completely different. I think we all know what it means. Randall, have you ever seen...
I don't think everybody knows what it means.
I think everybody knows what Fanny means, Randall.
Not in Britain. They don't know what Fanny means in Britain.
Some probably do, Randall. Anyway, Randall, have you ever seen the horror movie Black Christmas?
No.
It was pretty good. I watched it last night. Obviously, it's got some flaws in it and shit. I gave it a 9 out of 10. But it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Randall, have you ever seen a film called April Fool's Day? Because I'm watching that tonight.
What's it called?
April Fool's Day.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Did you like it or no?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
All right.
Memorable moments in it.
Okay. Well, Randall, you know the guy that played fucking Biff Tannen? He's in that. It must have been one of his first films. Anyway, buddy, I'm about to end the live stream, so let me finish the live stream and I'll call you back.
I can't make it to Disneyland. Office Depot overcharged me on something.
You mean Disney World?
Right now. No, I said Disney World. I can't go there.
Okay, well.
Office Depot overcharged me on something, and I got to hash it out with them.
All right, buddy, no worries. I understand. Things happen. Well, you know what? We can do something different for my birthday.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to go to Disney either with Elsie or I'll go by myself. And then after that, then me and you can celebrate. Maybe we can go to dinner or something for my birthday. We'll figure something out, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me know how that Office Depot thing works out, and I'll call you right after the stream is done.
Okay, talk to you later.
All right, later, buddy. All right, bye-bye. All right. It's always nice to see Randall. So, yeah. Always good to see Randall. He's a good guy. Good old Randall. Good old Randall. Anyway. Well, Randall, thanks for tuning in, my friend. Thanks for tuning in. Always good to see Randall. Randall's a good guy. It sucks that Randall can't come with me on my birthday, but that's all right. Don't worry. Me and Randall will figure something out like I was saying on the phone. Me and Randall's going to do something for my birthday. So, yeah. Which, by the way, it's coming up, guys. I can't believe I'm going to turn 40. Man, it goes by way too fast. Way too fast. Anyway. Well, that'll about sum her up for today's stream, guys. I appreciate everybody that did comment, and I appreciate all my loving and loyal fans. Don't forget, I want to hear from you guys. Send your fan mail. Send the fan mail to this address. My birthday's coming up. Send a birthday card. Send a fan letter. I will read it on camera, and I give back. I'm going to be doing some fan mail opening because the P.O. box woman at the post office said that I have a package. So I'm going to pick it up Friday. I don't know who it's from, but I'll pick it up Friday. So, but everybody else, send your fan mail to this address. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. So I haven't got a fan letter yet, but the P.O. box has only been open for about 2 weeks. So whenever you guys can send something, send something. I want to hear from you guys. Oh, yeah. All right. Fears is going to take off, but hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. I know I did. Talking about some important issues today. And as always, I'll be back tomorrow. If you guys want to watch April Fool's Day with Fears and comment on it tomorrow, this is everybody's homework assignment. Watch it. And we'll talk about it tomorrow. And, of course, I'll give you guys my analysis of it, my review on it. And what do you guys think? Will Tom Wilson, a.k.a. Biff Tannen, will he live in this or will he die? Most likely, if it's 80s horror, he's probably going to die in this film. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. Time for some shout-outs. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my buddy Randall, Cameo Man 2021, and the Mayor of Magic. Don't forget to check out Richie, the Challenge Master, at Richie Wright on YouTube. Follow my buddy, my pal, the Sega Camp Gamer, at the Sega Camp Gamer 22 on Twitch. And last but certainly not least, follow Fears, Lord Fears, at FearsMan26 and Fears Vlogs. And if you get time, walk on over to TikTok and follow me there at FearsMan26. Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace!